Having managed just 4 correct results last time out, Paul Merson is back for another crack at this week's Premier League predictions. The Magic Man correctly tipped wins for Manchester City, Manchester United, Chelsea and Liverpool in the final round of matches before the international break, matching the 4 correct results predicted on the second weekend of the season. With the Premier League back after the international break, can Merce do better this week? Read on to find out who he's backing. There will be a guaranteed millionaire made this weekend. Enter your predictions for free here. What a game to start with. Sometimes with a big game the anticipation is there, but it can fizzle out. However, I can't see that happening with this game. These two teams play one way, and one way only: attack, attack, attack. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain will be hoping to make his Liverpool debut, but with England captain Jordan Henderson and Emma Can, who I'm a big fan of, set to play, I don't see him getting a game. That's unless he plays out of position, but I thought he went to Liverpool to play in central midfield. No? I can't see anything but goals in this game. Both are brilliant going forward, and not great at the back. However, I'm just going to side with City, because I believe they are slightly better at the back. Paul predicts 3-2-2, 18/1 with Sky Bet, September 9th, 2017, 11:30 am. Live on. Frank de Boer is desperate for a result. It's a massive match for Palace, because after this game Manchester City, Manchester United and Chelsea loom in the not too distant future. For me, they have to go to Turf Moor and make sure they don't lose. Meanwhile, Burnley had a shocking result at home against West Brom, but 2 excellent results away at Chelsea and Tottenham. It's a total reverse to their form last season, but I can see them getting back to winning ways at home against Palace, who are struggling without Wilfried Zaha. Paul predicts 2-2-0, 17/2 with Sky Bet, September 10th, 2017, 12:30 p.m. Live on. Swansea made a few additions on deadline day and that will have lifted the club. I didn't think they were great against Palace, but did what they had to do. I'm looking forward to watching Renato Sanchez. If he gets anywhere near to the form he showed at 2016 Euros, everybody in Europe will be thinking, how did Swansea get him? Obviously it's because of Paul Clement, who was Carlo Ancelotti's assistant at Bayern Munich, so fair play to him. It's an excellent signing. Newcastle had a superb result against West Ham, but I think the Premier League class will show in this one. Swansea have been there and done it, and will have too much for Newcastle. Paul predicts 2-2-0, 10/1 with Sky Bet, September 10th, 2017, 3:30 p.m. Live on. Slaven Bilic needs a win. It's West Ham's first home game of the season and the fans will be turning up expecting the team to put on a show and beat Huddersfield. I wouldn't want to be a West Ham player in the first 20 minutes of this match. If they don't score early doors it could be messy, because the frustration will build in the stands. You wouldn't put a penny on West Ham, but if they get an early goal it could well turn into an easy night for them. However, if Huddersfield keep things tight, the more the game goes on the more difficult it becomes for Bilic's men. My heart is going with the Londoners, who have been there before and have home advantage. But they are not playing well, and they are up against an informed side in Huddersfield. I'm just going to go for West Ham, but again, I would not be surprised one bit if Huddersfield picked up all 3 points. Paul predicts 2-1, 15/2 with Sky Bet, September 11th, 2017, 7 p.m. Live on. This is a massive game for Arsenal. A few years ago I would have said Arsenal to win 3-2-0 or 4-2-0, however, I just don't see that now. I'm going to favor Arsenal slightly, but something just tells me they are not going to win. I watched the game at Liverpool and they were an embarrassment. I just don't know how you turn that around, especially after the international break, as all the players have been apart for over a week. Bournemouth will go to the Emirates and have a real go, and that's the best way to do it in my opinion. This Arsenal team are good going forward, but they are terrible at the back. I'm going to give Arsenal the edge, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if there was a shock in this one. This is certainly not going to be a walk in the park for the Gunners. Paul predicts 2-1, 15/2 with Sky Bet. This is another good game. Leicester have started well this season. They had chances at Old Trafford, especially at 0-0, but their play in the final third was poor. This will be a very good test for Chelsea. Antonio Conte's side did really well at the King Power last season, picking up a 3-0 win. That will stand them in good stead, and I expect them to pick up all 3 points again, but it won't be as comprehensive a scoreline. Paul predicts 1-2, 15/2 with Sky Bet. Watford did well against Brighton last time out, because playing with 10 men for that long in the Premier League is not easy. I watched them rip Bournemouth apart. They started the season really well. However, Southampton are a difficult side. To beat at St Mary's, and home advantage should make all the difference, helping Mauricio Pellegrino's side to their second win of the season. Paul predicts 1-0, 11/2 with Sky Bet. This is a big game for both sides. If Everton get beat at home to Spurs, you'll get the voices saying they've spent all this money but are still a million miles away. Spurs have also started poorly and really need to win, otherwise they could be chasing even at the early stage. This is a hard game for both teams, and one they won't want to lose. It's a game both teams will be scared to lose, so I'm going for a draw. Paul predicts 1-1, 5/1 with Sky Bet. Brighton probably looked at this game at the start of the season and thought this would be the one to win. They haven't had the easiest of starts with Manchester City and 2 away games at Leicester and Watford. This is probably the game they highlighted that they must win. It's a must-win football match for Brighton, and, no disrespect to West Brom, who have been excellent so far, they have to beat teams like West Brom at home to have any chance of surviving in the Premier League. However, you know what West Brom are like. Tony Pulis will make life very difficult for Brighton, who don't score many goals. Paul predicts 0-1, 11/2 with Sky Bet. I haven't really bought into Manchester United so far this season. They won games by an impressive margin, yes, but I don't think they've clicked yet. They scored 3 goals in 3 minutes against Swansea. West Ham were comfortable for 25 minutes before throwing the towel in, and, as I said before, Leicester had good chances at Old Trafford where a top quality team would have punished them. United do look a better team than last year. They look strong, they look quick with plenty of pace on the break, but I don't think Jose Mourinho will see his side as the finished article. Maybe he will stick himself in goal after his performance in the game for Grenfell, just not for penalties. Joking aside, if they can go to Stoke and win, then fair play to them. The Bet365 stadium has always been a hard place to go, but I can see United edging it. Paul predicts 1-2, 7/1 with Sky Bet. There will be a guaranteed millionaire made this weekend in Super 6. All you have to do to scoop the prize is predict the scores of the 5:3 PM games in the Premier League and Sunderland v Sheffield United in the Sky Bet Championship. It's free to play, so get your entry in before kickoff for the chance to win. Enter here. Pick your team for Newcastle v Swansea for free to win the guaranteed £5k jackpot.